Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Milobar. I'm currently the Mayor of Kamloops, and I'd like to thank everyone for that support to put me in that position over the last 3 years. I served on City Council for 6 years previous to that, and I've been Chair of the Regional District for the last 5 years as well. And I'm very proud of my accomplishments over that 9 years, working with all of my colleagues on Council and at the Regional District, at other levels of government, to work for positive changes in our community. I was the chair of the Tournament Capital Committee as we went through the community project and the referendum and the building of that, which saw significant projects on the North Shore and the South Shore out of one project. I'm very proud of other initiatives out here, and certainly Library Square is a great example of what can happen when we do work in a productive and positive way with other levels of government. So I would ask for your support again on November 19th for Member Milobar, the positive vote for Mayor.
Good evening, I'm Dieter Duty and I'm running for Mayor. I'd like to thank the North Shore Business Association for hosting this forum, and thank you all for attending. As Mayor, I would welcome the opportunity to work hand in hand with the people and businesses that make up the North Shore. As with all of Kamloops, I believe it has become increasingly apparent that people need to have their voices heard, and for too long feel that they've been ignored. The greatest resource a Mayor and Council have is the input from its community. This allows for full scrutiny of an issue before making final decisions. As Mayor, I promised that I would always be receptive and respectful of that public input. North Kamloops contributes considerably to our role as Tournament Capital of Canada. As part of my overall economic, social, and environmental health platform, I would like to see its role increased by further utilizing its state-of-the-art facilities by inviting more high-profile events to the area. Additionally, in an effort to draw more tourists to the gem that is North Kamloops, and it is a gem, I would like to establish a North Shore Summer Festival, which would bring sporting, recreational, and cultural events to this area. As Mayor, I would also like to work closely with our community to ensure affordable and accessible housing for all, work for ensuring adequate home support funding and programs for our seniors, and for providing initiatives that address the concerns of our youth and at-risk citizens. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Gordon Chow, and I'm trying to run for mayor as a candidate. Thank you for coming over here and listening to me. I appreciate your time and effort. And looking back in the 20 years in North Shore, we had a new library, the Senior Center, the Cottonwood, Holiday Inn, revitalizing the Trunkier Road, and that's been done in the last 20 years, so it's been a good time. But right now, we're going to have major problems right now, because the reason why I'm running is because I believe in the idea that we're going to get into a slowdown in the economy, and it's going to hit like it did in California. At the moment, they're laying off policemen and firemen, and they're laying off city staff in California, and that there will hit us in the next 5 years. And that's why I wanted to kind of get Kamloops to cut back in the amount of spending that's been doing in the last 3 years. They've had a record amount of property taxes coming in from the commercial and residential sector, and we should be able to cut back about 10% in our spending. Okay?
Good evening. I am Brian Alexander. I'm proud to say and stand here running as mayor in this election. And over the last few years, I've learned quite a few things the hard way, baptism of fire, I like to call it. And one of the things I've learned is words aren't always what they appear. Now, so I remember not too long ago, or when I was a kid, one of the things that caught my mind and sticks to this day is you are not a person, you have a person. Now, I'd like to explain this. These are words that we take for granted. And some of the other words, city, if you look up that word, it's not a representation of the people. It is a municipal corporation. Whereas community is a group of interacting people living in close proximity
and often refers to a group that shares some common values and needs. If we take into consideration that the city of Kamloops is legally a person, that the fact can be proven to look it up as the definition of a corporation. So if the corporation of Kamloops is indeed a person, its mentality condition can accurately be described as a pathological psycho, as it has a mentality of a psycho. For instance, a legal fiction known as a person or corporation has an innate moral impulse, and in fact they exist solely for the purpose of making money and mandate at any cost. These persons are systematically driven to do whatever is necessary to increase profits. So we need to take this in consideration. I represent the community, not the city.